What's up, everybody? Welcome back to The Devil's in the Details. I'm BD.
And I'm Dan. Rarely does a sequel to a film outshine its predecessor, but it does happen once in a while, as we've pointed out in the past.
The Empire Strikes Back,
Spider-Man 2,
Blade 2,
Captain America: The Winter Soldier,
Batman Returns,
Mad Max 2.
In 1991, James Cameron, Linda Hamilton, and Arnold Schwarzenegger got the team back together on the heels of the success of the first Terminator film and knocked the sequel right out of the park. In 91, you were like 9. Did your mommy take you?
No, my mommy didn't take me. Saw it years later with a girlfriend.
I saw it opening night with a girlfriend.
You did not have a girlfriend.
No, I didn't.
What is the Klingon translation for "you're gonna die a virgin"?
Terminator 2 grossed $523 million at the box office on a budget of $100 million.
That's bank. The film follows Sarah Connor and her 10-year-old son John as they are pursued by a new, more advanced Terminator. The liquid metal, shape-shifting T-1000, played by Robert Patrick, who is sent back in time to kill John Connor and prevent him from becoming the leader of the human resistance.
A second, less advanced Terminator is also sent back in time. Schwarzenegger reprises his role as a T-800 Model 101, but instead of being sent back to kill John Connor, he's sent back to protect him.
This made for an interesting premise and changed the dynamic of the characters.
Come with me if you want to live.
Instead of fearing the Terminator, Sarah Connor had to come to terms with and accept his motivations.
The action sequences where the two Terminators face off are absolutely jaw-dropping and eye-popping. The fight scenes between Schwarzenegger's older model T-800 and Robert Patrick's updated T-1000 are like watching a Panzer tank face off against an indestructible Porsche.
The film takes place 10 years after the original, giving Sarah Connor plenty of time to prepare for the inevitable return of the Terminator.
Linda Hamilton also took time to prepare for the role. She underwent an extensive 13-week training regimen with personal trainer Anthony Cortez, training for 3 hours each day, 6 days a week before filming even began.
Yeah.
It was really like entering the military and learning the mindset and coming up against myself in a big way. That was even more significant in terms of playing Sarah.
Actor and former Israeli commando Uzi Gal provided her with her training for her action scenes.
On her work with Gal, Hamilton stated she undertook judo and heavy-duty military training and learned to load clips, change mags, check out a room upon entry, and verify kills.
And the training paid off because she looked, sounded, acted like a veteran Marine. She was so laser-focused on protecting her son John Connor at all costs that it made for a disassociation between her and John, played by Edward Furlong.
Furlong was discovered by casting director Mally Finn while she was visiting the Pasadena Boys and Girls Club.
After an extensive casting search, 13-year-old Furlong was selected from hundreds of candidates to portray John Connor.
Furlong had no acting ambition at the time. He basically just fell into the role.
Kind of like winning the lottery. Talk of the Terminator sequel came up immediately after the release of the original film back in 1984.
But several outstanding issues precluded the development of the ambitious production.
There were technical limitations regarding computer-generated imagery, a vital aspect of the film that would be crucial in the creation of the T-1000 Terminator.
The production of James Cameron's 1989 film The Abyss provided the proof of concept needed to satisfactorily resolve the technical concerns.
The film's visual effects were groundbreaking, to say the least. It birthed breakthroughs in computer-generated imagery, including the first use of natural human motion for a computer-generated character, and the first partially computer-generated main character.
T2 made extensive use of CGI to vivify the two main Terminators. The use of technology was the most ambitious since 1982 and 1984, as seen in the science fiction films Tron and The Last Starfighter, both of which we could do here on this show if you let us know in the comments below.
And the effects were integral to the success of the film.
CGI was required particularly for the T-1000, a mimetic polyalloy structure which enabled the character to shapeshift and transform into almost anything it touched.
Liquid metal.
Say, that's a nice bike.
Most of the key Terminator effects were provided by Industrial Light and Magic for computer graphics.
And Stan Winston Studios was hired for practical effects such as articulated puppets, prosthetic, and the metal skeleton effects for the T-800.
The visual effects took 35 people, including animators, computer scientists, technicians, artists, 10 months to produce.
They cost $5 million and roughly account for about 5 minutes of the film's 137-minute running time.
For Sarah's nuclear nightmare scene, Robert and Dennis Skotak of Forward Production constructed a cityscape of Los Angeles using large-scale miniature buildings and realistic roads and vehicles.
The pair, after having studied actual footage of nuclear tests, then simulated the nuclear blast by using air mortars to knock over the cityscape, including intricately built buildings.
Terminator 2 Judgment Day received widespread critical and commercial success and influenced pop culture, especially the use of visual effects in the film.
It's been ranked by several publications, such as the American Film Institute, as one of the greatest action films, science fiction films, and sequels of all time.
It received many accolades as well, including 4 Academy Awards, including Best Sound Editing, Best Mixing, Best Makeup, and of course, Best Visual Effects.
It was the highest-grossing film of 1991, not to mention Schwarzenegger's career, and remains TriStar Pictures' highest-grossing film to date.
There are currently 3 different cuts of the film, starting of course with the original theatrical release.
And the special edition, which has a 153-minute runtime, and the ultimate cut clocking in at 156 minutes. The extended cuts mostly add character development, giving them more depth, which was made admissible within the confines of the theatrical runtime.
When asked which one of the 3 cuts he preferred, James Cameron said that he still stands by the release version of the film. He didn't think they needed the dream sequence. He thought they made the right decisions editorially, and that the dream sequence and some other things that they put back in for the extended versions are good to show the creative process.
But essentially, making a film is an analytical and reductive process. You throw away the things that you don't need.
3 more Terminator sequels were subsequently released, none of which attained the success of T2.
But there is a ray of hope visible on the horizon. James Cameron has confirmed that he is currently working on the development of the 6th film, which has yet to be titled.
Both Schwarzenegger and Hamilton are returning, and Cameron has confirmed that the film will be a direct sequel to Terminator 2 Judgment Day.
And we're pretending the other films were a bad dream. Or an alternate timeline, which is permissible in our multiverse.
Also confirmed is that they're completely ignoring films 3, 4, and 5, promising the fan base that the movie will be the true 3rd movie.
If the film is successful, 2 more sequels have also been promised.
We all thought you're going to need to have that second thing planned out.
Set to direct is the extremely talented Tim Miller, who successfully brought Deadpool to life in 2016.
I can't wait to see which direction Cameron will take these characters. Schwarzenegger will be playing an aged Terminator and will not be made young through CGI.
I'll bet Cameron's very happy that he had the foresight of explaining that the Terminators do age.
They look human. Sweat, bad breath, everything. Very hard to spot.
I really hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Once again, a huge thank you goes out to our generous patrons who continue to support us every month.
Also, a big thank you to everyone who continues to tune in, like, and share. If you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for?
And please do drop us a comment in the comment section down below. Which cut of T2 did you prefer?
Which Terminator film is your favorite? Are you looking forward to T3?
Let us know.
Thank you. We love you.
Good night.
It's hasta la vista, baby.
Hasta la vista, baby.
Yeah, or later, dickwad. And if someone gets upset, you say chill out. Or you could do combinations.
Chill out. Dickwad.
That's great. See, you're getting it.
No problemo.